Step off.
Come on, won't you say it loud? Ayo, we gon' turn this out. Tom Clark's main event. Dropkick now and powerbomb. Ayo, bro, let's bring this on. Hey, hey, why this up? Oh, captain, my captain, show the stuff. Power slammer, suplex 2. Hot garbage is just for you. Beat breaker, cut a cold red. Figure 4, hot times ahead. Since 2014, it's on. It's a 10 count, but stand up strong. Hey kid, no DQ, strong style. Chop, this is how it goes. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event. Tom Clark's main event.
Hey, what's up, kids? Welcome back to the program. Tom Clark here with you on a Friday. I almost knocked something off my table. I'm doxing my snacks. These things are tremendous. It's the Triscuit, avocado, cilantro, and lime. They are fantastic. I got digitization. They're so good. You don't even know if you haven't had them. This episode brought to you by, wouldn't that be cool? I'll take their money in a heartbeat. Happy Friday, kids. One and all. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you've had a great week. I've had an interesting week. It's not a bad week, mind you. It's been an interesting week. Not a lot to complain about. If I did have something, it's not going to affect your day anyway. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, kids. This is episode number 368 here at the main event. For everybody watching right now, and as hopefully we'll drip in here shortly, do me a favor, kids. Smash the like button for me. That'd mean loads to me. It'd mean loads to my guests. And we got 2 guests on deck. And there's been some great news coming out today about a certain little podcast that's going to be on the way back. We're going to try to do one before it happens. We need to talk about it. The 3 of us are going to have to talk about it. We've not decided yet. Well, we've kind of decided, but we can't. Look, I don't know what to tell you. 3 guys, 3 different opinions. We just going to have to pull the trigger at some point. We're just going to have to make things happen. I'm very bright today. Let's see if I can do something about that. And of course, I got somebody call me the second I go live. There we go. But it's all good. So kids, let's bring our guests on today. You know them from 2 Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast, huh? All right. You also know this gentleman from Hallmark of Greatness and Dammit, Vacant. This is Joe Higgens. And also from the Untitled Wrestling podcast, Mr. Jay Luft. What's up, lads? How are you guys today?
Some good news, isn't it? You can't just spring... Oh, we're going to do a pre-show on it as well. Like, we need to discuss these things.
Yes.
we do need to discuss these things.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good news. I just hope that it's good. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree totally.
Jay, kind of like released about it.
Well, Jay, that begs the question of the moment we talked about the possibility. We're like, because we don't want to screw it up, right?
It's you don't want it to go Arrested Development.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, that's the problem. When stuff gets brought back and rebooted, it's never as good as the original, and it kind of taints the legacy of it. Yeah. I'm not putting that evil out into the world, Ricky Bobby, but you've got to believe. I mean, that's it. You've got to believe.
Got to believe. Yeah, it's don't put that juju on me, Ricky Bobby. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Kids, if you enjoyed the show, Ted Lasso, you're pretty happy day because season 4 is a-coming. And I told you guys in the chat, I feel like we've been trying to get pregnant. We just got the news today. That's what it kind of feels like because now we got like 9 months or something until we see anything at all.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll see.
July anyway.
What's that?
So it doesn't start shooting until July, so it probably will be like this time next year, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I very much doubt. I'm assuming it's all just spec scripts and stuff at the moment anyway.
It's going to be a huge baby.
Yeah, he said in an interview that it's basically it's going to be filming in California, but saying it's Kansas, and then he's coming back to the UK. That's pretty much all it's
okay. So
it's been revealed about it.
Okay, so it's going to be more Ted centric. It sounds like then, which is
it. I mean, it is called Ted Lasso, so
I know, but as again, if you've been and listened, and hopefully you have been and gone listen to it, it's not about Ted. It's never about Ted.
No.
I'm being facetious there.
I know, but it's like Godzilla Zero. It's not really about Godzilla, is it?
No.
Yeah.
I might watch that later.
I've got to be in a good place.
I'm so far behind on the Godzilla stuff. The last good Godzilla thing I saw was Shin Godzilla. Did you see that? It's Japanese. It's fantastic, but I haven't seen any of the newer stuff since then.
I think that's it. The black and white one.
No. This is called Shin Godzilla, made in Japan. Several years old now, a few years old.
Oh,
but it's not like the one that got all the critical acclaim. I think I got to catch up on Godzilla stuff.
Well, that's Godzilla thing is very good.
The people that own the IP are, putting that stuff out there. Let's say some hellos. Eric Jackson in the house. Good to see you. JP, good to see you. Guten Tag, Sandy in Germany. Ray all day's here talking about how fantastic the market is here in America. And if you can't pick up that sarcasm, I don't know what to tell you. Sugar Shane, good to see you, my friend. Sandy's watching SmackDown Live right now. Well, you got the better show here, Sandy. I mean, those WWE guys, they do what they can, but they're no Tom Clark's main event. Don't you guys get too excited on me here?
It wasn't that. It was just, you could be watching SmackDown or you could be listening to us talk about a non-wrestling related TV show.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're not going to talk about wrestling much on this
At
podcast.
all. Which is kind of like WWE used to be when it was very little wrestling and a lot of talking.
That's fair. 20-minute promos.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Wilson, the crowd, thanks for hanging out. Robbie, good to see you. All right, kids. Today we are reviewing the show that was AEW Revolution.
Cool.
At some point, I kind of feel like, I don't know why I'm still reviewing AEW shows. It occurred to me about halfway through this show, I'm like, what a time to be alive. I know we've made that joke before, but my God, this, I can't even put it into words. You guys know where I'm going, right? They just absolutely crush it on these live events. It is, even on, and expectations were high for this one, yeah. But even on shows where expectations aren't that high, I'm like, I just want to stand up and do a slow clap in my living room when I'm done watching it. I'm like, my God, that was amazing. They kill it. They killed it again this past week.
Yeah. Oh, man. I think to say, Revolution's always, a special one. Because, for me especially, because it's the first AEW pay-per-view I remember watching. I think it was the first proper AEW pay-per-view.
We did a live stream of it, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah. Both podcasts together.
That's well, I mean that's COVID times, isn't it? So that's in the before days. But no, this like I said, even when AEW kind of do a kind of mediocre pay-per-view, there's still absolute banger matches on there that you still think about years to come. And this was full of them. I would say there's one, maybe two matches on the main card that we're fine, we're solid. They can't all be zingers, But as a whole, the whole thing was I'm glad I stayed awake.
Yeah.
Jay, what do you think about this one overall? Agreeing with Joe, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think it's not outlandish to say that this might be one of the best AEW pay-per-views they've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at matches for example, Swerve and Ricochet, which was outstanding, and it's the fourth or fifth best match on the card.
Yeah,
and it's any other show, this would be match of the night, and it's not to take away from it. It's just to say that's how good everything on this show was. Even the matches that do have the detractors, I think they served their purpose well on the show, and they weren't as bad as people are making them out to be.
Oh no! I've gone back and rewatched the Mercedes and Momo one, and it's fine because it can't all be 100 miles an hour all the time.
Yeah, I was more alluding to the tag titles and the world title match.
How dare you keep the Outrunners name out of your mouth?
Don't sully the good name of the Outrunners.
I know what you mean though. Yeah, and again, they were pitched in the right places to break it up, and but I still loved them. I just, again, when you've got such a high bar to hit, it's difficult. And the Mercedes and Momo one is fine. It's just a wee bit too long for me. But that was it.
I thought it was a really good match.
It was good again, but when you're coming off the back of Adam Page and MJF absolutely getting his face smashed into the ground with that Angel's wings,
that Angel's wings was a criminal act.
But then Momo kicks Mercedes right in the throat by accident. So, like, swings and
Mercedes
roundabouts, isn't it?
sounds like she's struggling with that.
It looked like she immediately went, yeah. But, yeah, again, just an absolute top to bottom. Even the pre-show, like, even the 0 hour thing, there was stuff on there that was good and made me go, yeah, all right. If I hadn't already bought this, I'd have slipped 20 quid in, like.
Yeah, it was... Well, that's it. Good night, kids. No, it's fantastic. They're right. I mean, we're going to go through the matches, but good Lord, just one banger after another. This is the kind of show the word banger was invented for. JP says, I was thinking during the pay-per-view that Mox and Cope were looking at each other saying how we're going to top this. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
We could get that exploding barbed wire death match thing out again. Oh, no, last time we did that, it didn't go well, did it? No.
One of the best recoveries I've ever seen.
When they just made Mox and Kingston into a bickering old couple. Yes. More of that.
And Mox saying, look, my anxiety got the better of me. I admit, I screwed up. It got in my head. I lost it. Perfect.
They played it all on Ring of Honor as well, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, perfect recovery. It's like anything else in the business. If you screw up, you do another move and cover it. Let's just keep moving. Yeah. You got to cover it. So I'll be honest with you guys. I have yet to watch 0 Hour. I just have not caught it yet. So 3 matches on 0 Hour. Commander and Hologram. By the way, Harley Graham is one of the coolest things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Anything Harley Cameron touches at the moment just turns to gold.
Hey.
Like,
I love it.
Phenomenal work.
I love how she's like back behind him Wednesday on the thing doing the pose, and you're like, is that her back there? What's going on?
The Beast Mortos, like feeling actual love for Harley Graham.
It's great.
I mean, give me that. Give me Beast Mortos and Harley Graham in a love triangle. Yeah.
It's like in back in New Japan when it was I'm gonna forget Maria. When she would do that slow dance and it would get Gallows and Anderson just turn around, they'd be like this and they'd do it with her and they get distracted and AJ's like, you guys need to cut this out. We got a match happening. It's so good. I got to take this off my counter, man. That's the 3rd time I've hit that thing today. By the way, how was this match? Again, I didn't catch it. They faced Lee Johnson and Blake Christian. By the way, Blake Christian,
really good,
stone cold killer.
There was a bit of a scary spot with Poison Rana on the apron where Blake didn't fully rotate and like he brained himself, but
Hologram just went, I'll just fall on my back then, and it just turned into like a weird, like
it looked more like an electric chair from Drake.
Yeah, like a one-man electric chair. Yeah.
But the actual match, like other than that, the actual match itself was very entertaining. Hologram and Commander are great. Lee Johnson is great. Blake Christian was there.
Can't minette his parents, mate. Leave him alone.
It's fine. I've got that picture of me and him where he just looks like he absolutely hates me.
Yeah.
I like how Blake Christian doesn't look like anything special. He looks like he blends into a crowd because he does. Then you see him work, you're like, oh my God, this guy's great. Like, so good. Yeah. I love that guy.
But yeah, it was a good opening match. Like, because you got high spots, you got flippy shit stuff.
Oh, there's one.
That's one. That's my one.
Get the swear jar.
I know. I didn't last time I was on, to be fair.
I know, but I deliberately try because it's Tom. Like, no, I respect you. But yeah, it was just a really good opening match, and I was like, yep, this is worth tuning in an hour early for.
Yeah,
awesome. I'm going to go back and watch it. I just haven't done it yet. Daniel Garcia and Undisputed Kingdom defeated Shane Taylor Promotions 8-man tag team match. I assume there was a lot going on in this one. A lot of dudes in it.
It was really fun.
Really?
Yeah. It was basically the whole point of it was just to build up to Garcia and Cole at probably Dynasty. The finish was great. So Adam Cole was setting up Lee Moriarty for the Panama Sunrise. Garcia blind tagged in, locked in the Dragon Slayer and locked eyes with Cole, who was still stood on the top rope looking really angry.
Yeah.
And then like all of Shane Taylor Promotions were coming in trying to break up the Dragon Slayer. And all of like Undisputed Kingdom were just taking them out. It was a really clever finish. Yeah, I'm looking forward to when they have that rematch.
Yeah.
Nice. Also, last in the pre-show, Big Boom, AJ, and the Conglomeration.
Well, there was also Chris Jericho in the non-event match. He's just stealing luchador masks now. That's another thing he's adding to his repertoire of nonsense.
I mean, real quick, if this doesn't end with him losing the belt to Bandito, I don't know what the F we're doing. I don't get this.
Yeah.
If this is just something for Chris to do, why? He doesn't need to do that.
No.
He needs to drop that belt, man. Come on.
He needs to drop that belt. He then needs to get dropped by Big Bill and Brian Keith, who then go and do their own thing. They were doing stuff with someone on it was either Collision or Dynamite a few weeks ago, and I said, oh, they'd be a really good fit with that group, and I can't remember who it was for the life of me.
Couldn't tell you, but
yeah, I'd like to see them like with anyone but Chris, essentially.
We say that about everyone, though. It's just the Jericho vortex.
At least Brian Keith's getting TV time, though. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and as soon as they change him back to the Bounty Hunter and not the Bad Apple, I'll be a very happy man.
I think a motivated Chris Jericho can do some good. I don't personally know how motivated he is. Maybe he is, and we're blind and don't see it. I don't know, but I just
take 4 months off.
Yeah,
go away. Just go away for a bit and let people go, oh, Chris Jericho's coming back, rather than, oh, Chris Jericho's here again. That's all I ask.
The problem is he's like oversaturated.
Yeah.
He is.
Like, I don't need to see Chris Jericho every week. I don't need to see him on every show. I don't need to hear him on commentary because he was good that one time and now he thinks he's like the best commentator they've got.
His voice goes through me like on a chalkboard.
Yeah. It's that old saying of how can I miss you when you never leave? You know what I mean?
That's it. And it's like have Big Bill and Brian Keith turn on him, beat him down, have him disappear, and then have him come back and seek revenge against him on his own. I'd be into that. I just need him away for a bit. Because I think he's still got a couple of good matches left in him.
Sure.
Like, he can do it.
You look at the difference between like him and Christian, who are both like similar ages, and Chris, like Jericho's on all the time. Christian only shows up like if he's like scheming, and he'll only have a match if he's got to get his hands dirty, and it makes me want to see more Christian whenever he's on my
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't Christian on more? Because he's so entertaining.
Yeah, but little and often.
Fernando says we're disrespecting Jericho.
It's not disrespect. I love the man. I respect his legacy and everything that he's done. But I don't need him on my screen every week. It's the Jeff Jarrett thing. Do you remember when Jeff Jarrett came in and he was on every week?
Oh no. That's say things about me.
No. But then he's realised that I don't need to see him every week, and he takes a bit of time away, and now I'm really happy when Double J comes on. Like,
speaking of Big Bill, Robbie says Enzo's been making non-televised events. Will be on AEW anytime soon.
Nope.
MLW, isn't he?
I think so. I think Enzo, unless something's changing, he's a different man. He was a problem at one time, right? Like in the locker room. And I'm gonna tell you something. You guys know this. Once you get that rep, it's really hard to lose that rep.
Big Bill's in a better place now. He doesn't need him.
I totally agree. He does not need him at all. Totally agree. Last of the 0 hour, Big Boom, AJ, and the conglomeration of Orange and Mark Briscoe defeated Johnny TV and MXM Collection, who I'm sure were robbed.
Always.
In a trios match. How was this one? Fun, I'm guessing? Yeah.
It was so silly. I loved it.
It was like a big bucket of antics had been sprinkled over it. Yeah. It was just silly.
Anytime MXM are on my television, I'm happy.
Yeah. I love MXM.
So entertaining. Didn't the two guys from the Righteous Gemstones
came out at the end? Well, everyone from California was in the ring at the end, weren't they? They just kept bringing people in. Yeah.
Double chokeslam Mansoor because Mansoor stole the Rizzler's cookie.
Yep.
Harley Cameron got involved because Taya was there.
Yeah, she came down and had a go at Taya. We found out that Taz likes to watch people kiss in the street. It was a whole vibe.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Taz and Excalibur started a bit of Rizzler lore that Orange Cassidy's the Rizzler's stepdad.
Yeah. Because the Rizzler was dressed like him.
The Rizzler was dressed as Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Jeez.
Again, it was just buckets of anti. Because like even
soon.
like Mark Briscoe was getting in on the nonsense, and like obviously the man loves a bit of nonsense.
Oh, of course.
But this was like, yeah. And like again, I don't know who Big Boom AJ is, but like he put a shift in. He did some suplexes. Like he's over. It got people in. It was the last match before the buy-in. It did exactly what it needed to do, and it was fun.
The Shield Powerbomb was the finisher as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, that was nice.
Will says Chris Jericho deserves to be on TV when he wants. Well, brother, you got it. He's got it. He's on there.
Yeah,
we're not taking. Hey, we don't have the power to take him off, Wilf. You want him on your TV?
It's just my opinion, Wilf. Like
you want him on your TV? He's on your TV all the time.
Sometimes less is more.
The amount of money AEW pay him, and I get why they're putting him on TV all the time, but also it's like, as you say, Joe, less is more. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Just a couple of months away, and then come back. Have them turn on him, have him left broken and beaten and bloody. The learning tree. They cut the roots of the learning tree or something. I don't know. Make up some nonsense, right? And then have him come back as another gimmick. Let him copyright something else. The resurrected one or something. Yeah.
Either that or
have him do a spooky gimmick and come back. I'll be into that. I'd love a spooky boy.
He did the Painmaker, didn't he?
He did. No, I mean like a proper I want to see him levitate.
Eric Jericho. So let's get to the main card here, kids. Hangman Adam Page, and they're not done yet.
Oh no, I'll take 2 more of these.
Him and MJF. Did you guys see? I don't want to give this guy airtime on my show. I don't care who you are, but Bully Bubba, whatever we're calling him now, Ray. Come out and said and tweeted or something about these 2 guys saying he'll be glad when they go to WWE so they can learn how to be real stars.
As Cecil said, I'm just getting the actual quote he said now.
Cecil Nicks, yeah.
He basically said when someone asked who was complaining about it because he put like a vague thing on Blue Sky, his response was some guy who was on the same shows as Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka. That's what I'm going to refer to Bully Ray as from now on.
Wonderful.
Exceptional
work.
Love it.
He's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot.
It's just to generate controversy. That's all.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's just driven by hate clicks.
He's on WWE's payroll blatantly now because he's on that weird show they're doing.
Yeah.
Like it couldn't be any more blatant. He's had some.
Hasn't he got to pay all those Sandy Hook people loads of? Oh no, wait, that's his brother that looks really like him. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good call. Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's the same thing, just in different spectrums. Like, I just don't.
Infowars Conan, as I called him the other day.
Yes, that was. Yeah.
Kids, we got a real pro wrestlers in the crowd. Brino Royce. Brino's the man. Thanks for checking us out, brother. I hadn't seen you in a while. I've got to have Brino back on the show. Let's see. JP says Bully Ray equals I like how you kept that very PC and very adult. Good for you.
Well, I'm not allowed to swear, so.
No swearing allowed. It's hard
swearing. No.
It's hard when talking about that clown.
But it is. Yeah, it's clown shoes. It is sour grapes, and it's rage baiting.
He's the same guy that complains about fans complaining. I'm like, didn't you just complain? And you get mad at fans for complaining? Like, why do you care about MJF and Hangman? Why does it matter to you? Like, I don't know.
Why would you watch it if you don't enjoy it?
Yeah.
I mean, that busted open is unwatchable. The guy that hosts it, La Greca, unwatchable.
I wouldn't waste my time.
He's a clown show as well.
Unwatchable. He cut some kind of promo on Cena. It's a podcast host cutting a promo. I want everybody to let that just sink in. He's just a podcast host. To my knowledge, is all he is. And he cuts this big rant in a character. In character. I'm like, who are you again? Like,
no, thank you.
I don't know.
No.
He's got more reach than I do, so what do I know? But at the same time,
you're not part of it.
You're not part of it.
No, so shut up.
Yikes.
It's like people at shows who think just sit down.
Yeah, sit down.
You can commentate on it all you want, and you can give your opinions on it, but you're not part of this, so shush.
No.
I'm getting PTSD from all in now. Thanks a lot, Joe.
No, we're different. We're special.
Remember back when
there was that guy behind me who was like commentating everything.
I know.
It's like he'd never heard of any of the people. Like McGuinness come out and he went, why is a man called Nigel frightening? I was like, he's great. I'm enjoying this. Just shut up.
That's great.
The other day, there was a man who just kept yelling "turnbuckle" behind me. That was fun. Just all the way through the show. He looked like the Yorkshire Ripper, which made it more terrifying. I don't know, but yeah.
That's wonderful.
And then he just started yelling melons for some reason. It was a strange day. Yeah.
He's got like a little list of nonsense words.
I just don't
melons.
Because everyone else was shouting weapons, and I think he was just a bit harder hearing.
He just wanted to be part of it. That's all he wanted.
I was fine with it. I was.
So
it's a cracking match. Absolutely a brilliant match. I love the fact that we've got this thing of MJF believes that he should be loved, and Hangman doesn't know why he is loved.
Yeah.
It's the good, and like when MJF's going, "Why you and not me?" I was like, "Oh God, this is like school."
That go home segment he did where MJF was like trying to set Hangman on fire and just like getting pulled away screaming, "Let me prove my point."
Yeah.
It was so good.
I've clipped that for a GIF. Yeah.
This match was excellent. It was a great opener. It was so hard hitting, and I think like the whole point of it is that MJF is angry that everyone thinks Hangman's the main character of AEW. Spoiler alert. He definitely is. And I with what happened on Dynamite this week, I think the aftermath of that's just become more intriguing than it ever could have for me. And that's not to say I wasn't intrigued. That's just like, okay, this is completely out the left field, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that everyone going, you forget how good MJF is as a wrestler because he doesn't do it all the time. But when he does, it's always bang on. Like I said, the weird running off the ropes and then just hitting Hangman in the face with his groin.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Absolute top tier, like just nonsensery.
Have you ever
Hangman's
seen that?
face.
It was priceless.
Yeah, it's just the indignation of the boy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Hangman looked like was looking at him throughout the match more like, I'm going to murder you.
I'm going right now. No. You tried to set me on fire. That's fine. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
Hit me in the face with your bits and pieces. We're gonna have an issue.
Bait and tackle.
That tombstone spot as well.
Is that what the move's called?
That'd be a great way to call it, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It is now. That tombstone spot. As
well that gave me the fear. That
it was horrifying, but it was the fact that again though Hangman was trying to do it to MJF first, and then MJF reversed it and did it to Hangman, and everyone was like aghast by the fact that MJF did it, but it was like Hangman was literally going to do that himself.
This is the point. Why is it okay when he does it, but not when he does it? Yeah. But again, that angel's wings that he hit at the end was grotty.
Christ alive, it's upsetting.
And the fact that they showed it again was like, oh, they meant to do that.
Yeah, MJF just like face planted, like he just didn't care. He just did it.
If we're doing it, we're doing it. Yeah, sell it.
I was very surprised that Hangman won though. I thought I was convinced MJF was going to win this.
We got 2 more of these over the year.
Oh yeah,
easy.
Yeah,
and I'm so excited for it because it's a genuinely compelling. Why don't you like me? You liked me when I was with Adam Cole doing the kangaroo punching and all that stuff, kangaroo kicks and double clotheslines, and you were fine with that. And then, even though Adam Cole betrayed me, you still hate me now. And it's a brilliant.
Yeah,
it's just a brilliant bit of social study.
Also, as long as it keeps MJF out the title picture, because I don't want him anywhere near that title picture anytime.
Not at the moment. No. He doesn't need to be. No.
Oh, and by the way, get to your point, guys. For God's sake, don't put a number 1 continuous stipulation on this feud, please.
I think the only way they should do that is if Swerve has the belt, because then there's a genuine like reason that Hangman would do anything in his power to get that chance to take the belt off Swerve. So it could be like a way for MJF to turn around and go, see, this is what I was saying. This any means necessary, Hangman, and it would add like a layer of intrigue that way. But otherwise, I agree with you. Don't do it unless it is as I say. But then again, the other thing they could do, which would be intriguing, would be if if it was the third match was the final of the hour.
Ooh.
Where then there's stakes in it with that, and there's stakes in it with the winner's going to get a title shot at All In. So again,
hear me out. We get big monster trucks.
Yes, it worked in WCW.
It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. Yeah.
I think one of the trucks needs to have that old SmackDown fist on the front of it.
with the Dynamite diamond ring on
yes.
there.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes. I'm with you guys. This match is fantastic. They've got such chemistry. It's a shame they're not real stars, though.
No.
So,
if only they went to WWE and were renamed as Chaps McCoy and stuff. Yeah.
Frank Pickle.
Like Jeff Cobb. Did I see Jeff Cobb's on the way to WWE? Did I see that somewhere?
I did, and I'm like, I believe they're going to put him with the bloodline because Polynesians, it's all the same, isn't it? Yeah.
To them, I guess, yeah.
But then I was also like, Jacob Fatu and Jeff Cobb would feed families. Well,
I mean, I love Cobb. If this is what he wants and he's happy, I've always said it over and over and over again. Be safe, make as much money as you can, enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
I hope it works out. I really do.
I hope he doesn't get lost in the bloodline shuffle. Yeah.
Well, I was worried about Jonah going back because first time around they didn't do anything with him, and in New Japan you're like, oh my God, this guy's great. Like his presentation was awesome. Japan was feeding their guys to him. He looked great. He looked better than really he ever had. But then it's like, so we go back to WWE, and I'm like, really? But honestly, from what I've seen, they've done pretty well for him, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, I don't watch it. I watch the pay-per-views. I don't really watch the week on week. I watch the pay-per-views because there ain't enough hours in the day.
Fernando says WWE is going to ruin Jeff Cobb. Well, we'll see. Hopefully not.
Probably. I don't know if they'll ruin him. At the end of the day, I feel like with Jeff Cobb he's because he's in his 40s, isn't he? Like
he's getting on
he's
a bit. Yeah.
No spring chicken, so probably like his last big contract. Give him the Samoa Joe NXT run that he had, where he just like wins the belt, murders people for it.
Yeah, I'll be into that. Yeah,
I'd be happy for Jeff if he did that.
Although if they're going to rename him as like Jeff Bread Roll, that's just a fun Northern English joke there for you. Jeff Muffin. Yeah,
Jeff Barm.
Jeff Barm Cake. Yeah,
I gave you a laugh. Cobb said at 10 a.m. 10 p.m. last night on Twitter, geez, guys, relax. I just woke up. Look at all these notifications. I guess I have some explaining to do. Let me calm everyone's nerves. The rumors are, in fact, 100% true. I will be eliminating Naito from the New Japan Cup live today. So, it's great.
He did post a couple of hours later as well, saying something like, look, I should have addressed the elephant in the room. I've just found a really nice sandwich place next to my gym. I've got this sandwich. Like
I see it. That looks good too. I'm hungry. God, here we go again. I'm having ate all day.
Every time.
It does look like a good sandwich, to be fair.
I'm saying.
Wow.
I may get some shawarma when this is over. We'll see. All right, moving on, kids. Mercedes Moné defeated Momo Watanabe. I thought it was another example of Mercedes once again proving why she is freaking great. Like
it's crazy how one bad match and everyone was like, not bury Mercedes, just like, oh, maybe Mercedes isn't as good as I thought, and then she's just like, since that match, just gone out and had like barn burners,
bangers.
Yeah.
Again,
maybe it says more about her opponent in that one bad match.
Again, I'm not saying the match was bad by any stretch of the imagination. It was just not up to the standards of everything else on the card. And that's because everything else on the card was of such a tremendously high standard. Like on a normal Dynamite or any other pay-per-view, this would have killed. But because what are you going to do? Like I think someone put in the comments before, like Cope and Mox looking at each other going, well, how are we topping that? Like
the thing is as well, like again, to kind of like when you've got like Hangman and MJF this and Swerve and Ricochet and they're not the match of the night and they're that good, like it's insane.
Something's got to fall by the wayside. It doesn't have to, but if we've got to pick, not bad matches, but least favorite, let's say, like the child that you like least,
It's like an all you can eat buffet, and everything on it is hot and fresh and the best thing you've ever had. You're like, well, I can't even choose a favorite. They're all amazing. Like
salt and pepper chicken, mate. Just fill a plate full of that. Sit down.
Yeah, I love Mercedes. And look, can we just be real about something? The women are always going to get more hate because dudes are weird.
No.
No, not from you.
Oh,
I'm saying like because dudes are weird. I don't get it, but like, and plus, well, we don't have to get into it. But yeah,
it was good. Like I again, it's that bit of like, it's good to see because we rarely see her wrestle.
Yeah,
like a full match. We get her swashes and stuff occasionally, but when we get her like off the chain, like she's still tremendous. I still love that. Again, how many times have we seen it? But I still love the bank statement foot off the rope rollback thing. I
love it.
It blows my mind how it works,
Yeah.
even though it's a very simple.
I disagree with that, Fernando. I think the vision is very clear. I think it will be a winner takes all match. I just don't think it'll be that winner takes all match.
Her and Athena.
It's got to be her and Athena. They've started laying the groundwork.
Yeah.
Title versus title in Texas.
Well, Tony on Wednesday was mentioning, she said the word belt collectors. I thought she's going to talk about Mercedes. Here we go. And then she didn't. She let the crowd figure it out.
But Tony and Megan Bain will be great as well.
I guess. I got thoughts. Megan Bain's being handed. Yeah. She's been handed some keys, guys. Like, here you go. Do it. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think she should beat Tony, but I think they'll have a really good match.
And like, let me blindside the champ.
I want to see Tony like crawl into her arms and have her carry her around like a child. Yeah, because
she could.
But I've said it before and I say it again. I don't care for Megan Bain. I've seen her in GCW. She just does nothing for me. That's fine.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. And
maybe we'll see something here. Like I've seen her in a couple of matches here. She's fine as a horse lass, but I still prefer Chris Statlander. It's just me.
I think the person who should dethrone Tony, to be fair, should be Jamie Hayter.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Although now I can't want Megan Bain and Jamie Hayter to just beat each other up for
5
minutes.
Whoever beats Tony, there better be some plans in place because she's carving out a legacy here, for lack of a better word. Like when the time comes, whether it's by design or hopefully not an injury or whatever, like man, do the right thing, put it on the right person that can carry it. I don't know. Athena or Stat for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, Stat would be nice. Willow would be good. There's people there waiting in the wings ready to take it. Like
there's a ton of really compelling matches that Tony's not really had that we could have, like in this run. Julie Hart's another one that comes to mind. There's so many. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, let's get to that when we get to that anyway. Yeah. We got Swerve and Ricochet.
By the way, Willow's dropped some weight. Did you guys see that on Dynamite?
I didn't notice, to be honest.
She's lost some weight. I can definitely tell. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. It's just better on your body. I mean, we've seen super, super heavyweight men through the years, but like the number one complaint I always hear from guys and have read about, and it's always the knees. The knees are the number one thing. Like every time you come down, the more weight you're pushing down on your knees, the harder it is to recover. And it's tough. Strickland and Ricochet, I was glad to see nothing weird happen with Prince Nana. This is one of those things where like there might come a time to split them up, but I don't think it's now.
I thought for a while that this was going to be, because they've been doing the whole like Jimmy Rave toilet paper stuff with Ricochet as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it. This is the time.
Hey, Chris is here.
Hey, Chris. But yeah, I'm glad they didn't. And I thought it was a really cool moment at the end when Swerve presented the robe back to Nana.
And Nana's now furiously unpicking that terrible patch off the back of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, again, it was as soon as Nana walked off, I was like, "Oh, we're not getting a betray." Like,
no,
he's gonna come back, and then
it was shenanigans from Nana to get the rope.
Yeah. But she could have got at several points in that match. She was stood right next to it.
He did a really good job though of teasing it. Like when there was the bit where like he grabbed Swerve and Swerve just shoved him off and then like realized what he'd done, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm glad that they kind of got Nana out of the picture and let these guys just do their thing.
Go hell for leather on each other, yeah, because there was some absolute crimes in there.
Oh,
that swerve stomp looked grotty, and them last two house calls looked nasty as well. Like also Ricochet hitting house calls. I don't think that's allowed, is it?
It should be illegal.
Did he play an Uno reverse card?
The one that the one that Ricochet did off the barricade was horrifying. Like,
oh yes, yeah,
that was
because it looked
like it looked like he genuinely blindsided there. Swerve, like Swerve didn't see it coming.
But again, just like remember when Ricochet was in WWE and he was involved in the 24/7 title and was just been running about, and then they've gone.
It turns out you just like turn Ricochet heel. He's really good.
Yeah, I hate him.
I genuinely detest him. Like I was rooting for Swerve to kill him.
At one point I was hoping Prince Nana was going to come out in a forklift truck and just lower it onto him. Like,
I thought you were going to say Prince Nana just comes out with a gun.
No, that's too easy. That's too quick.
The forklift
slow and dramatic. Yeah.
The forklift is carrying a forklift to lower on him. You know what I mean? It's like a smaller forklift.
It's just forklifts all the way down.
Yes, it's like a sandwich effect.
Talking about sandwiches.
Oh my God, I know, right? I know.
But no, a blinding match. Swerve is so good. Ricochet is so good. Now he's like out there, and hopefully this is done for a while. We can circle back around to it at some point. But we've had our fill of that. We need to get Ricochet off doing something else against other people. Like
I think it was the right feud for Swerve coming out of the Hangman stuff, and it was the right feud for Ricochet to kind of like cement this heel character. And I think both of them have like benefited so much from it.
Yeah, it's made them both come out of it looking amazing. Yeah. Like I said, I Ricochet, I hate the man. Like the just you couldn't talk the other week. The boos were that loud you couldn't. Hear him. Like that's what he wanted.
When he turned that cap round, it was like, it was like nuclear heat. I was like, oh God.
Well, when he turned, guys, we said there's, and it sounds weird to say. It's like I'm dissing him. I'm not trying to diss Rick here, kids, but like there's 5 or 6 guys that can do the stuff Rick can do. Again, all due respect, in that company. So you're either going to keep doing that or you're going to do something else. So I think turning him heel and making him despicable kind of makes a lot of sense. Like. Because now he stands out. He wasn't standing out before.
No,
that's it. Exactly.
That's it. You've got to go and do something. And even the gimmick thing is terrible. But
it's awful.
I hate it.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, so much. It's the same as it's had the same effect that it had on Kyle Fletcher though, where again there's a lot of guys who can do what Kyle Fletcher can do, but none are as despicable a heel as Kyle Fletcher is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I hate
like. Kyle Fletcher is the devil.
Without intending to, I just made the point that WB diehard folks who refuse to watch anything else typically make about this company. We just described scenarios in which, you can work, but what else you got? I kind of just made their case for them because it's kind of true. Like, we can all work, but how are we standing out from each other? Character, personality, attitude. That's really it.
It's having a hook. That's what it's always about.
Yeah. I think as well though, like a lot, like the problem that AEW has had with heels for a long time that they kind of really turning the corner on is that a lot of them were still like pretty cool. So there wasn't any like truly like the tested heels. Now you've got Mox, you've got Ricochet, Kyle Fletcher, Christian. There's these guys who
I don't hate Christian.
I don't hate Christian. I love him. He's
I can
not
never
one of my
betray
favorite
father.
things.
But yeah. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. All the heels they had were still cool guys, and you were like,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's not what you want. You want someone you can ultimately like put all of your hatred and neurosis and everything on. And Ricochet is that person for me.
And it does then obviously make it where there's still like complex characters who are like shades of grey, like Hangman, for example.
MJF is the prime example.
MJF as well, yeah. But there's then it then means like when you've got them against like a babyface, that babyface is getting white hot. Like look at Ospreay in the Fletcher match, for example.
Oh.
Yeah. So let's go to the next match here, kids. We've got Kazuchika Okada defeating Brody King. Did you see Okada's chest when that freaking and his arms and stuff? Yeah, like wow.
Like someone had been holding a hot iron against him for long periods of time.
Yeah.
That first chop that Brody did where Okada sold like it left his body.
I swear to God, I thought he died for a wee moment. And then, you see a silver strand come out and then pull it back in. Like
they've arrested King for domestic abuse, from what I hear. My God, you kidding me?
But again, I loved this. Having seen them on, I think it was Dynamite the week previous in the tag match.
Yeah,
the chemistry between them is tremendous. Like I was genuine. There was moments in this where I was like, Brody could win this. Like, and that's what I love. Like that's what I think when the suspension of disbelief falls away, and you can go, well, all Okada's got is a Rainmaker, and Brody's just gone no and clotheslined him out of that. Like, like he's disarmed him. He's one thing he can do, and he's figured it out.
I think Brody came out looking like a star out of this match.
Oh,
he
Brody
did.
is a star, but
he is a star.
Yeah, this cemented it.
The thing is as well, like Faye's been like saying to me like quite a lot on our podcast that like she can see like Brody and Buddy having singles title runs. I didn't see it until the last couple of weeks when they've had like these two matches with Okada, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I could actually see them doing that, and I like that they're doing that as a team. But like they're a tag team, but they're also like going off and doing other bits. And like
we got so used to the House of Black being like kind of rubbish that we forgot that. Oh man, these two can actually go hard.
I think Hounds of Hell are probably gonna be tag champs by the end of the year, but I can also
I would be happy with that.
I can also see one of them having a singles title.
I'd give them both. Give them the TNT and the International or something, and the tag champ. Put all the gold on my boys. Yeah.
Just have Buddy knee Daniel Garcia to death for that belt.
I mean, Hounds of Hell versus Hurt Syndicate. I'd love to see Brody get in her face and go, "You hurt people, right? That's cute." You know what I mean? Like, we'll see.
Like a terrifying nightclub bouncer. Yeah.
Oh my God,
it'd be so good.
He's so good.
Again, just so good.
God,
like, because I forget that Okada isn't small as well.
He's a big man.
But against Brody King, it was like he's a tiny child boy, and yeah, a lovely, brilliant match. Again, I'll take another one of these, please, and thank you.
Yeah. Seeing Brody King just makes me miss Brody Lee even more. Just
I know.
How many great matches we could have got with Brody Lee over the past few years. Yeah.
I've on my Skybox, I have the AEW commemorative Brody Lee show taped, and I watch it every so often when I'm sad and have a cry. It's nice.
Yeah.
-1 hitting MJF with that stick. It's always fun.
Wonderful.
Always makes me laugh. Like,
wonderful. I can't talk about it.
No,
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Let's move on.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah. So speaking of the Hurt Syndicate, by the way, hate the song. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I know I'm that guy. I hate it.
Not for me.
We heard people. It's terrible. They're awesome. Terrible song. Versus the Outrunners. You know what I love? The Outrunners had a fighting chance. I love it. I freaking love it. They had a fighting chance. I mean, we kind of knew they weren't going to win, but at any given time, dude, they were, to Shelton and Bobby's credit, they were giving Outrunners a lot. That was awesome.
There we go. That was it.
Yeah.
There was moments where I was like, I was never ever like they're gonna win, but there was moments where I was like, they're at least letting them get stuff in, letting them fight from underneath. Like,
when they eventually win those tag titles, though, wherever it is, the place is going to erupt. Like,
oh my god!
The fact that I like the fact that they keep teasing us with it as well. Like, they should do this until like later in the year at the earliest, and then have them win, and it'll be a great moment for AEW.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the Outrunners. They've been training for that for 20 years in the rookie year.
Of course,
the youngest men alive.
They are. I love it.
What was the commentary as well? I asked Truth Magnum if he was named after a condom, and he said, "What's a condom?"
Yeah, I caught that. Yeah,
that video I sent you, Joe, as well. Did you see the video?
Oh, mate, yeah.
Tom,
make a note of this. He just points at his gun.
Oh man,
I just love it.
We were talking to the guys who make action figures, so it was basically to announce like they're getting their own action figures, and yeah, Truth Magnum just goes up to him. You're taking notes. Make a note of this. And just like flexes his muscle. And then
note that down. Yeah. It's just again, it's just good, silly nonsense. So and that's my spooky boys and silliness is my wheelhouse of wrestling. Yeah,
I love it. And
when we do get the action figures, I'm gonna have to buy them for them.
I'm probably gonna buy a double pack.
Yeah. I think these two guys are
it comes with like a big old VHS toy
and
as well.
It's not. Look, you can make a case for. My head goes to the Road Warriors. My head goes to Brock Lesnar. You can make a case for nobody can touch them. But guys, the problem is when you showcase your champs as dominant and there's no threats, you become less interesting really quick. Like, so the fact that Outrunners were not destroyed is a good thing because they could always come back and say, we had your number. We just had an off night.
Trained harder.
Yes.
There's another training montage.
Yes.
Oh yeah, need that. But that's the thing as well though. Like the whole story of it was that like they helped the Outrunners get into that spot because they thought it was going to be the easier match.
Yeah.
And their own hubris almost cost them. So it worked so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like again, not the best match of the night, but it furthers this story of, and the tag division has sort of suffered in AEW.
I agree.
Yeah. And again, more of this. Again, get more people involved. But yeah, just more Outrunners on my TV every week.
Yeah,
for sure.
I will never, ever, ever get tired of it. Ever.
Never. I don't know how I could.
No,
I don't know how I could.
I kind of made me want to go and play that. Was it Far Cry 3? The blood dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like 80 synth wave shooter game. Yeah, lovely fun.
I got to get back in the game, man. I don't do it enough.
Anyway.
Kids, we got 4 matches left. Before we do that, do me a favor and take a look at this.
Boink Studios is the home of Tom Clark's Main Event, Tom Clark's 6M podcast, and Two Nations Under Ted, a Ted Lasso podcast. Visit the site today for links to every podcast platform, social media, special announcements, and a lot more. Check out the site and bookmark today. BoinkStudios.com.
BoinkStudios.com, kids, if you will, go and visit that little website. For me, bookmark it. She's all updated. Links to the gentlemen that are co-hosting with me today, links to my shows, their shows, social media, podcast links. Subscribe on your favorite podcast platforms, and as well as on the Boink Studios YouTube. That business is out of the way. Let me throw a couple of comments up here. JP says Moxley is like that right now. No one can beat him no matter what.
What?
Well, we were talking about like,
Jay
unbeatable.
White's gonna murder him to death.
I mean, JP Mox has been protected by his guys. I see where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. But like, I don't know if it's quite the same thing because I don't know if we could look at Mox and say he's unbeatable. He's a monster.
He's done like a Shao Tsung thing of throwing underlings underneath him. To
lift him up, which is the character. That's fine. Yeah.
Well, no. How long has it been since Jay White has done a betray on anyone? Like
it's true.
Weeks, if not months. Now.
Yeah, 10 minutes. We gotta get this make it happen.
It's been at least like an hour.
Yeah.
Man can't help it. It's just muscle memory. Yeah.
By the way, where is the wet vampire right now? Is he still? Because Cope took him out. Is that what I'm hearing? Him and Claudia are laying low at the moment. Is that what's going on?
Oh, Pac.
Pac.
Pac's probably in London, getting ready to Ganraj in the capital, as they say in Newcastle, because they're playing in the cup final.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Eating Greg's.
He'll be eating Greg's. He'll be drinking Newcastle Brew Ale.
Brown, wearing his little tiny trunks.
He'll still be in full gear.
Always damp.
Always damp.
Never ever look up on the internet dry Pac, because you'll have a bad time. Yeah.
It's frightening.
Never look up Pac in human clothing as well.
No, it's not.
It's not normal.
No one needs to see that.
The man was born to be a wrestler, and him in any other situation is physically nauseating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
I don't know. I think he's taking some time out, but I want Pac to come back. Get Pac involved in the.
I feel like they've started teasing that they're gonna do the Ops versus the Death Riders though for the trios titles.
I don't like the Death Riders. It's a stupid thing.
Yeah, but if you get Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata with the trios titles,
okay, yeah, I'll be yeah, all right, yeah.
I'd like to see Shibata and Claudio kick each other really hard.
Yes,
that'd make me happy.
I'd be here for that.
Samoa Joe and Pac,
and that too.
While Hook just skips around them like Martin Prince.
Hook and Utah can be like
Song of Nelson. Yeah.
Hook did get something of a haircut that resembles a haircut, but it wasn't much of a haircut. But he had something.
Still a handsome boy who likes drawing on himself.
Yeah.
Man, you notice how Excalibur's always got to get his stuff in there. He's got to get his stuff in with the nicknames.
It's because Taz is sitting right next to him. He's like, get it right, or I'm going to Taz flex you into the. Yeah.
Yeah. I love how serious. I love how seriously.
Robbie says, "Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't see that ever happening. Never, ever.
I think something would have to go incredibly wrong from Moxley and AEW.
Unless, as I've been hinting at on Dammit Vacant for many years now, the singularity happens. We get all the wrestling companies working together for one mega show a year. But it'll never happen because no one's going to let anyone else go over on each other. So, no, I know.
It'd all be time limit draws, every freaking match.
Every match will be time limit draws, apart from when Bryan Danielson comes back and he'll lose to whoever because it doesn't matter.
He didn't care.
Bryan Danielson will literally have his family crying, going, "Please, Bryan, you've just got to win this match." He's like, "No,
I'm going to lose against this palm tree."
I want to lose in the most violent way possible. I want people to mourn me.
Him standing there in the ring, looking back at his family. Wasn't he telling him he loved him or something, like screaming? Like, such good TV. I will never forget that.
The man got it. The man gets it.
Yeah, he does.
We might get one more out of him yet. He might, I don't think the boy's done. But when the time is ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love him.
It's good, though, isn't it?
Wanting another one, doesn't he?
No, but give it a bit. Let it breathe. And then it has to be a big surprise when he comes back. Like, he comes back and just makes Mox drink like a full bottle of bleach. Don't drink bleach, kids. Like,
don't drink bleach. No. It won't take away the corona.
No. Neither will injecting it. Injecting nothing will take away the corona.
Stick a lime in it.
Government mandated virus killer. Let's move on anyway, because this has got weird.
It's like an episode of Two Nations.
When does it never get weird with us?
I need a kebab.
I need a kebab.
Right, but now we're hitting like the meat of
Here we go.
The paper.
You mentioned food 3 times, expect me to keep going, and you want me to continue.
You were talking about a sexy sandwich, and now I want to see you eat this sandwich. It's been so long since I've had a lovely sandwich, and I want to see a picture of Jeff Cobb's sandwich now.
I'll send you.
I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know. No.
I'll send you the picture of it now.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
Let's talk about
sandwiches. But now we get to the main sort of meat of this, and I've been managing to do micro naps in between matches, like 2-minute sleeps between matches because I was very tired. But for this, I stayed all the way through. But just Tony Storm against Mariah May has been a tremendous build.
Yeah.
the promo the week before of it.
Oh, there's Jeff's sandwich.
There's Jeff Sandwich.
That's a nice looking sandwich.
It's a pretty good looking sandwich, actually. Is that roast beef, like horseradish?
Yep. Looks like there's a little bit of veg on there
Kind
as
of
well.
pickle or something in there, yeah. Looks like. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Good. GG, Jeff.
Yeah, good job. I don't know why it's been wrapped in paper and then put a stick through it. Just give me
Club sandwich. That's the club sandwich thing.
I don't like that though. I've got to unwrap it and then take a stick out of it. It's an unnecessary effort.
The
It's a
paper
sandwich,
gets
man.
soggy.
Yeah.
Go look up Mitch Hedberg's joke about club sandwiches. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love Mitch.
well, Mitch Hedberg, isn't it? Like, God.
Well, you're not in the club. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Tony Storm, by the way, and Mariah May. Any man that wants to step to me and talk about women can't do it like Mitch, shut up. They
Yeah.
freaking fantastic. I just can't. Oh my God, Tony is an absolute. And again, let's remind everybody here, guys, the other company didn't have anything for her to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, it is what it is. But oh my God,
I mean, let's not forget when she came at AEW, they put her with Saraya in the Outsiders.
Outcasts.
I don't remember any of that.
No, nobody does.
No.
Garbage.
Doesn't matter now.
No, it
To
doesn't matter
be
because
fair,
we've
though,
ascended.
they needed to do that to get to Timeless, so I'm here for it.
Oh, okay. If you look at it as like, sometimes you've got to walk across broken glass to get to like where all the marshmallows live. Yeah, okay.
The betrayal broke her brain to the point where she became timeless.
Oh, mate. I mean, if you're putting that in the law, sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is going to be very hard to top as match of the year for me. I thought it was an absolute
say
masterpiece.
enough about this.
Yeah, I've literally watched this match like pretty much every day this week because I enjoyed it that much.
Yeah,
it's
so good.
I didn't realize when I looked at it the other day. It is like 12 minutes long.
Yeah, it's not that long,
and yet it feels like a lifetime in the best possible way.
Yeah, because there was like those moments that were like genuinely uncomfortable. So
yes,
it didn't need to be that long.
No. But also it did because I've sent this to people who I know watch like WWE. I went like, you need to watch this because like it. I guess if you don't know the backstory of it, it doesn't make that much sense. It's just two women knocking lumps out of each other. But also, I think they tell the story of it all through it very well as well. Yeah. Like it's
the whole like reveal of
Fernando gets it.
Yeah, Fernando gets it. I think they should have main evented. I also would have probably swapped the position on the card of this in the world title match. But also I get why the world title match.
No, I know.
With what happened after it.
But how good an optic would that have been? With just them lay on each other and just the end.
Closing the show with the V
end. We just straight to black. Yeah. And it just goes MCMX 1-1, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it would have been a beautiful, beautiful thing.
This match was just phenomenal. Like there's not enough good words to
there's not enough adjectives to describe how good this was.
And the whole like visual of Tony like revealing the shoe at the end.
And then absolutely walloping her with it.
And yeah, like literally recreating Mariah's like betrayal on her. It was fantastic. I nearly did a swear.
No, I know.
I got very close to doing a
with the top here. But yeah, no, again, just a phenomenally brilliant match. Even if you haven't followed all the story up of it, and I mean, I hope they put out a package of this, like the matches and stuff, because this is up there in terms of like Hangman's journey. Like
I believe they did put a video out of it on AEW's YouTube this week.
Right. Okay.
Which is like kind of the whole feud.
Because it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a lovely thing. It's a tremendous thing. It proves that.
Credit to RJ City for the writing on it as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Of course he did. But it just proves that like women can have stories beyond they used to be best friends, but now they're enemies.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's the thing, which is insane.
But it is that story,
Yeah,
but
it
elevated to new and interesting sandwich heights.
It didn't need the title in it. Like the title lifted it higher, but it didn't need it in it because
It was never about the title.
it was never about the title. It was about the betrayal.
It was about why do you not love me the way I love you? Again, it's just beautiful stuff. It fills my heart. I'm probably going to go and rewatch this after that.
Yeah,
because it's just a tremendously violent.
Yeah,
people who complain about AEW. Yeah, okay.
Probably
but,
don't watch AEW.
Probably don't watch it enough to
Sure.
understand that there is nuance and subtlety to things.
Yeah,
you can't just strap rockets to everyone. But yeah, tremendous, beautiful, lovely match. I'm going to say probably so far match of the year.
Yeah.
And the first Dave Meltzer 5-star outside the Tokyo Dome for a women's match, I believe, isn't it?
Is
one
it?
of them. It's the first one he's given to a women's match in AEW for sure.
All right, well, not that matters because boys are
No,
women,
but it's just crazy that he doesn't give more out to women. But yeah, it's one man's opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I'd give it 5 stars every day of the week.
I would give it 100 stars.
Robbie says Harley's trying to get into showbiz with ventriloquism. Tony should do a mentor thing with her, and maybe AEW would bring out women's tag team titles. If it didn't end with Harley turning on her, I don't know if that's a bad idea because there'd be some comedy because Tony can do a little comedy.
There's no women's tag teams though; they're all going to be put together tag teams. And
there's the Honor and Tyre, isn't there? And that's pretty much it.
No, but like,
and Athena and Billy.
You not got like the Young Guns or like the Young Bucks or other young teams. Like, you know, like established tag teams. And that's the thing with women's tag teams is that they're always kind of put together people. And I don't like, myself personally, I don't like that because that's not tag team wrestling. That's 2 singles people put into a tag team because they've got nothing else to do with them.
Yeah.
I'm usually with you, but if they were established, it'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean,
just have Stat and Willow win women's tag titles
and then retire them.
But also then give me Willow versus Brody King because that's the match we all need.
Oh Lord.
God. That is the match.
That would feed nations.
Yes, it would.
By the way, speaking of what's next, like, shouldn't Tony's next thing be a little lighthearted, maybe a little brief, something?
I think Tony should drop the belt very quickly after this.
Really?
I don't think she needs the title run, and then I think it makes it more interesting for Tony than like trying to find something to sort of motivate her. Like
I say,
yep.
Athena comes in,
yes,
kills
absolutely.
Mercedes.
Yes,
Mercedes now aimless, directionless, goes after Tony, defeats Tony.
Yeah,
we get Mercedes Moné as the champion with the women's championship belt that she should have rather than the TBS belt. Like, and all the world is good again. The world will start healing. The oceans will become cleaner. Like, you know, it's just my theory. I don't know. I haven't run it through a simulation or anything.
You gotta run a simulation first. See what the data says. Yeah,
not even crunch the numbers, Joe.
But no, I don't know. I need Mercedes to lose that TBS belt to get involved in the main picture.
Yeah,
that
would make sense.
And the person to take it off her is Athena, if not Billy Starks.
Mm-hmm.
And also to all those people that were calling Billy Starks out for having a weird body shape or something, shut up.
There's plenty of weird body shapes in wrestling. Why? She
hasn't got a weird body shape. She's a 20-year-old woman who is a 20-year-old woman. She looks perfectly normal. I don't know.
Even if she did, what's it matter? There's plenty of weird body shapes.
Don't make
Shane Taylor has a weird body shape.
Don't make me send you the wrestling fans chair
don't make me tap the sign. And also Billy Starks and Mercedes next week is going to be fantastic.
I swear to God, like, I know it's not going to happen, but I hope Billy Starks kills her.
I think she's going to hit her really hard.
She's going to take it to the limit, and that's what I want. And that's what I want. I want Mercedes having now a struggle because people are coming after her.
So, yeah, because they need to realistically build Billy up to be able to dethrone Athena for the belt.
Or she just does it when, like, she's not to take anything away from Athena, but like to what's that say? I think the midst of
I think it's the end might.
Yeah. She takes her eye off the belt of the Ring of Honor belt.
Yeah.
And then Billy just comes in and takes it off her. Or she's trained her so well that she does it. Yeah.
By the way, kids, 3 matches left. Kenny Omega defeated Konosuke Takeshita. If you're anybody else, Jay, you're not following up the ladies, but these two guys, again, destroyed. Like, so phenomenal. Like, Kenny can follow anybody, right? But, like, except himself, maybe.
Takeshita as well. Like, just, he's so good. And I think he's getting to a point now where they're going to have to probably turn him face again soon because everyone was like cheering Takeshita like on his entrance. It was like, I think Takeshita's like got to that point where he's too cool. But yeah, this was great. I love the fact that Takeshita had like a reversal for the One-Winged Angel at pretty much every given moment, and Kenny had to win by a roll-up because it's shown that even though Takeshita has beaten Kenny Omega twice, Kenny can still outsmart him.
But you see, I read a theory that the reason that Kenny couldn't get the One-Winged Angel off is because he's too old, and if Takeshita was the guy to kick out of it,
I think Takeshita should be the guy to kick out of it.
Oh mate, it would cement him, I would be so happy. And I
thought Okada actually did kick out in Japan. Did he not?
Okada has kicked out of it.
No, Okada got a rope break. He didn't kick out.
Okay.
Ibushi is the only person who's ever kicked out of it.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And that was like back in like the DDT days. So everyone's kind of forgotten about it.
That's going back.
But yeah, and I again, it was only because someone read it to me because I never thought about it. But yeah, maybe he wasn't really trying to get the One-Winged Angel off, like, because if
he knows Takeshita can kick out of it,
then he knows he's got nothing left and he's an old man. Like, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even think of that, and I don't need that in my brain.
I'd quite like it if that was like in Kenny's like last ever match where he hits the One-Winged Angel and someone kicks out and then he just has like an existential crisis.
I'm done. Ring the bell. Yeah. I'm sorry, no.
That being said, it should have been Hangman. Let's be honest. Loved it. Absolutely.
There's still time.
Yeah.
There's still time for it. We'll get to Speedball, Shane. Don't you worry.
Shane's asking about Speedball.
Yeah, we'll get to. I hope.
He's lost weight too. He's in great shape.
He always looks tremendous. But we'll get to him when we get to him. But yeah.
Yeah, he got a little chunky for a while, but like he was in great shape. A lot of showboating during that match. I guess it's okay. But it's like
it's his debut, isn't it? And also Speedball is kind of showboaty. Like,
yeah.
His finish is a big spinny kick.
Look great too.
All the 450s. Also, if you haven't ever watched it, go and watch his against the Japanese dummy guy.
Oh, Yoshihiko. He did the Osprey Omega from Forbidden Door with the dummy.
They recreate that with ketchup packets, and it's a delight. It's one
of my favorite comedy matches.
We were watching it together, weren't we? We were like, about 15 minutes live, going,
and we were like,
this is just Osprey.
They're doing that.
Yeah, but it's tremendous. It's beautiful. Go and watch that.
We got 2 left, kids. Will Ospreay defeated Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. When Kyle climbed that cage and stood up there, I thought, he's going to fall. I'm telling you. I knew he was going to fall, like just lose his balance. I got to think about heights, so it was hard to watch them stand up there, man. I ain't going to lie to you. Freaking right guy won. The right guy won, though.
It's too high to be doing a Spanish fly. You're making
I agree.
a scene. Sit down.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. This was just great. It was just so good.
Swear to God. If the American blood bank is short of blood, they can wring these mats out because there's about 97 liters of blood in these mats. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I'm assuming
That's how it works. That's
Yeah.
exactly how it works.
I think any other show, any other matches on the card, this would have been match of the night, but Tony and Mariah
stole it. Yeah, I genuinely think they went, let's go out and go mental. And I'm like, I still like Tony and Mariah. There's a story. Their story's more compelling to me.
I mean, yeah, but Will and Kyle can't have a bad match together. They're just
Again,
the finish was brilliant with Kyle screaming at Ospreay, and then
I hate you.
Yeah.
I did like the fact that we got like the little Aussie Open reunion as well.
Yeah.
Bring them back. Have them best of heads.
We need to work out what's going on with them, don't it? Like,
yeah,
because they made Mark Davis beat Ospreay with a chair, didn't they? And he wasn't into it.
He got pushed open hard way, didn't he, by the door as well?
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah.
He had to. I've read before. He had to get a Staples after the match, because Ospreay kicked that door very hard. Again,
if you're trying to make this as a hate match, you sell it as a hate match. It was just tremendous. I was talking to our Ellis about it, and he's like, the one thing he hates about WWE cage matches that you can get out of the cage and you win, whereas in AEW you're trapped in there. That's it. You've got to fight.
Even if you get out, you've still got to win by a pinfall.
Yeah, and it's the different, but it was that and the Seth and Punk one. It's different chemistry though. People trying to compare the two things. It's like apples and oranges. That one was well, you can leave at any point and win, but I'll have won because you walked away from a fight. Whereas this, it was two lads just going, I'm going to beat you until your mother hates you. And I was like, this is my kind of wrestling.
I love the opening shot as well of them both stood in a different corner facing off each other.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So good. I will never see. I don't think I did ask John where it was in his Spanish Fly ranking, and he went, what? So he hasn't got one. So I've told him to work on that. But it was such a high, and you can see Ospreay over rotates to protect him as well, and it's lovely and it's beautiful. But onto
he's hit himself.
Fletcher got pins right up into places you should not get pins.
No, yeah. That Tiger driver he did on Fletcher was
a crime.
It was a bit.
I tried to phone American police.
And the blood and them tasting and stuff. Man, why are the dudes in this company obsessed with tasting each other's blood? That's freaking.
Oh, Kyle
That's how
Fletcher.
you absorb the power from people.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's a known fact.
It's been proven.
Legacy of Kane knowledge.
And then the show ended and nothing else happened.
So Mox versus Cope. You guys didn't care for this? I like this match a lot.
I actually liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. It went too long, but
having gone back, I kind of have a new appreciation for this match. It did go too long. It went way too long.
And also, it shouldn't have been where it was on the card. There was no following either Tony and Mariah or the cage match with this match. Obviously, the other matches would have been able to follow.
I would have had the cage match follow this, to be honest. I would have had Tony and Mariah, but obviously,
I would have had Tony and Mariah close the show personally.
Yep, myself, 100% on heart. Yeah,
I did like the whole thing with obviously Swerve after the match. That was really cool. It was a cool way to end the show.
Well, when he went full Arkham City. Just jumping off gargoyles onto bad guys.
It was the fact that Nana is just pointing up in boxes
he just came out and went, he's there.
I
I thought
It was a fine match.
Yeah.
Right? But again, it was always going to be well, what's going to happen at the end of it? Some shenanigans is going to happen at the end of it.
I thought the finish was very creative with Christian though.
Really,
Like-
Fernando? Trash? Like I
I
thought it was like
trash.
no, because like
really
I also
enjoyed it.
I've somewhat again I've been reading some stuff from people, and it kind of like made a bit of sense. Like, what did Mox want with the Death Riders? He wanted to make AEW hard for everything. Every match on this card is a battle. It's a tooth and nail battle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So he's won. Like he's got what he wanted. Mox has got what he wanted. Right. He also hates sports entertainment. Right. And then Father comes down with his money in the bank thing, the worst trash thing. I love a good cash in, you know me, like, but he comes down, writes that, tries to spears him and that, and then gets absolutely choked out by Mox, like legitimately bulldog choked out. Even tries to put like a 5-finger,
it was the fact that he put his hand on Mox and got the cover. Yeah. And then he got pulled away, and then he was still crawling to try and do it. Like he was trying to outsmart him. It was just
right. And I think that's Mox killing the last of old AEW dead. And I don't know. Maybe that's me projecting, Fernandez. I don't know, but that's the way I read it, and I think it was quite a it wasn't the option that I wanted, but.
I think the alternative would have been that Darby beats Mox and Christian cashes in on him and takes the belt.
Which I don't want.
I don't want them to kind of just use that as a.
I never want to see another contract thing in AEW.
No.
I mean, and on Wednesday, I know you did, catch his bit about how he got robbed, and he says, I specifically told the referee I wanted one-on-one with Cope, and I'm like, but Cope wasn't the champ. I don't know what you mean.
He was trying to exploit another loophole, but the thing was with Christian with that on Dynamite was that he was just like the ramblings of a madman.
Father's gone mental. Everyone in the shed. Yeah.
Did you see Nick beside him slowly? And then finally cut the promo. It was great. I loved it.
Nick Wayne's babyface push is going to be great when that comes.
Oh, when it happens. Yeah.
Nick Wayne's fantastic.
Yeah.
Nick Wayne is tremendous.
He's also got the deepest voice for a man of his age that I've ever heard.
I was so surprised when I heard him speak on microphone. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is Barry White inhabiting this all this?
Yeah.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, at the time, I was really angry. But when I've gone back and looked at it, and
them taking that title match off Christian, I've not read anything, so I don't know. But it kind of feels like someone said, "We gotta get this title match off him." Is that all right? Let's just do it tonight.
It's the big Etch of Sketch reset of all the bad choices, booking choices we've made during the previous year.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think as well, putting Christian in there, it protected Cope for when, obviously, it looks like they're probably going to out the back of this 2 Cope versus Swerve.
It was the fact that Christian went to cover Cope rather than trying to fight out of the chokehold. Yeah. Like
he was trying to.
There's just hatred there, and I need more of that. Yeah.
He was just trying to screw Cope over with his shot.
Yeah. And again, that's a little bit of storytelling, like.
Yeah.
Oh yes, 100% Fernando. Again. Yeah. Well, I want for that.
I want Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks at some point.
I want the Conquistadors against.
Yes.
The Conquistadors.
I want Conquistadors against MXM. See you just the best.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Absolutely. And the
3-second
correct
pose
will be MXM.
Sure.
Yeah.
Again, 100% great pay-per-view, like from top to bottom.
Yeah,
I've picked and skimmed through this, and I normally really don't during the week, but I've gone back and I've watched several of these matches again and again because they're so good, like just really, really brilliant matches. And
friend of mine's going to hang out with me tomorrow evening. He's not seen it, so I'm gonna watch the whole thing again with him. So I'm like, you're in for a treat. I'm like, trust me, you're gonna love it. So
Yeah.
looking
You
forward
gotta
to
do
that.
that thing though of not going, oh, this bit in a minute.
Oh yeah,
You've just got to let him come at it. Like,
yeah. What do you watch this?
no,
You're
no,
like,
no. 'Cause that
I'm
ruins it
already
then.
watching. I can't, yeah.
Just eat some hummus.
Watch it more, kids. There's your review. It only took us 3 days, but we got there. There's the review.
That's pretty fast for
Yeah.
One Nation Under 10, to be honest.
Yeah. AEW Revolution. Let's open the floor and then let these guys get on with whatever's left of their evening. And then Tom's going to go get some food because freaking crap, man. Every time.
I want a picture of your food, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to. Yeah, I haven't figured out. You know,
We need a shawarma picture.
Yeah,
in
I
my
want
head,
a
I'm
smaller
going
place
through.
near you. Look nice.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it. There's other places closer.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't want to cover up Jay. So, Ray, I'm going to leave your question where it's at because I don't want to cover up Jay. Public Enemy or Das Effects, and part 2, Ice Cube or Biggie. I will go Public Enemy and Biggie.
I will go the same.
This is that person that does rap things. Yes.
Joe says yes. If Adam Cole invited you to the grand opening of the Adam Cole Fantasy Football World, where you got to meet any NFL player alive, you mean they can't be? All right. Who would it be?
I'm going to say the Fridge.
The Fridge.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the only NFL player I know.
Same, actually.
The guy from Ace Ventura, is he alive? Joe Belongo?
Dan Marino. Dan Marino.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joe Belongo.
You were close.
Yeah, I'd go and meet him. I don't know. Is he
Actually,
alive? Yeah.
actually, Mason Madden played in the NFL, and I want to meet him. So let's go for that. I'll
Man! Oh, can I change my
I'll
mind to that
recall
as
it.
well, please?
No, you're already locked in.
Because then he'll probably bring Mansoor as well, and I'll have a really fun time.
Oh, God, just me suddenly an old man who smells like Bengay.
I want to meet Tom Brady so I can show him what a real winning Tom looks like. I got nothing off that. That's upsetting. I got nothing off that.
I
Fight for
just
the
know
real
Tom Brady owns a football club.
Americans.
Let's see. Also said you could give the same gift to a friend. Would you please call me? Sure. Later want to get dinner. Juicy steak, tasty fries, slice of apple pie. Yes, you could join as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yes.
It'll be a trade-off, though. I want your steak as well as mine. Otherwise, it's no deal, right?
Uh-oh. Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers. Go, Jay.
Tony Storm is going to be on mine because she's fantastic. I'm trying to think now. Lita.
Stop stealing my brain.
Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné. And let's say Bailey.
Interesting.
I'll do the same, but I'm going to substitute Bailey for Athena.
Oh damn! Yeah. No, I want to copy.
No.
You're already locked in.
Locked in now. Yeah.
You're locked in.
See how it works the other way.
Yeah.
Enjoy it in the cold, grey damp under there.
With Pac. It's cold and damp.
It's fine.
That's how he thrives. He's like a mushroom.
Yes, he's like a mushroom. Yeah, he's poison. I will say I got to put Sensational Sherry up there.
Oh,
and I'm not
proper wrestling.
I'm not just looking at in ring. I'm looking at character and everything she brought. Sherry's got to be up there for me. Man, it's tough. I think Tony Storm for sure has to be up there for me. And Mercedes, yeah, I can put Mercedes up there. And you know what? Not just because the movie's coming out. Got to put Mildred Burke up there for me because
I
was
going to say, I was trying to find that on a cinema near me, and it ain't anywhere because it's
we haven't got it anywhere.
It's a really small release in America. As that weird guy who was the director said,
He was very odd.
That was very strange. But it'll probably be on like Prime or something in a bit or something. And I hate giving Prime money, but
should The Rock? Should The Rock start a final faction? The final faction? Or should it just be The Rock and Cena?
Oh, God, if they put Jeff Cobb and The Rock and Cena together, they just call it the meat wall.
The meat wall. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't really follow WWE, so would it be good? I don't know.
We can move on. Robbie says, speaking of good, if Subway made sandwiches named after a wrestler, what wrestler would deserve a sandwich? And what would the sandwich be? For me, it'd be John Cena vegan sandwich called "You Can't See Meat." I don't hate that.
Robbie's been sitting on that for a while.
He has. Right. Good job, Rob.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I can't go into Subways because they scare me because they give me too many options. I just want a sandwich.
I don't trust people that give me too many options.
I don't know.
I just ask for a pack, which is just a load of cooked meat in a wet bun.
A wet bun, soaking wet.
Wet bun, soaking wet.
I mean, if you wanted a real pack, surely it would be sausage rolls in a baguette.
Yeah, but you can't get them. I know for a fact they won't let you put your own things if you hand them over the counter into a sandwich.
I'd love to see you go into a Subway.
I've tried it once and they were not impressed.
You know,
I like to order
money. Yeah.
I'd like to order the hero. I'd like to order the Hero Matsuda. Hero? Nothing?
No. I think what was in the sandwich.
I'm just saying.
It took me a minute there. That was actually quite good.
I'll have the Hero Matsuda. Fernando says, more iconic villain, Clubber Lang or Drago?
Oh, it's Drago.
Drago.
I don't know, man. Clubber Lang is awesome.
If he dies,
Drago got 2 movies.
Clubber Lang got robbed.
Yeah.
Clubber Lang got robbed. Mess you up. No, what'd he say? Bust you up.
See, you even misquoted him, right?
I did misquote him. Oh, my God.
Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, or William Regal? Yes.
Regal every day of the week.
Got to be Regal.
I don't, in what instance?
I think he means period.
Oh, in terms of wrestling, Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I put that caveat on it. Sorry. I like Davey Boy Smith. I always liked Davey Boy Smith. He was my boy when I was growing up, and I used to watch wrestling as a young'un because he was British, and he had cool dreadlocky thought things, which I always thought was a bit weird for a white man from Norfolk.
Yeah.
But William Regal is just a horn dog.
He is. He loves Excalibur so much.
I miss that so much.
I do. I miss Regal reading poetry.
That's right.
You know who's done the transition from AEW to WWE really well? Regal.
Yeah.
Well, can't really call that one because he was never. I don't know. They didn't. He's not an AEW guy. He was just William Regal all the time.
No, but yeah, it's a bit all right. Yeah. That was just William Regal. He's just horny for luchadors constantly.
Yeah. And
right.
There was that time when he got cursed by Danhausen and the BCC sold it like an actual curse.
He did. I have to go and just write some chapters in my fan fiction. Excuse me.
JP says Trish Stratus, Lita, Miss Elizabeth, Tony Storm. To each his own. It's fine. You guys do what you want.
No. It ain't no. Again, they're 3 different. Miss Elizabeth isn't a wrestler.
No, and she's all due respect, rest in peace, Miss Elizabeth. But I don't know. I don't know.
They're not. Yeah, they're not comparable at all.
I mean, if you're talking about iconic women in the business, hands down, you'd have to say that for sure.
Yeah. But in terms of if it was like wrestling,
talking about women's wrestlers.
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Yeah. Well, that's it for us, kids. Tom's got to have something to eat. So before we get
a sandwich,
I know, right? I got to debate what I'm going to do. There's several places between, like the Sharon places.
I'm excited to see now what you get.
Don't set me up where I have to do it because it's way in the other direction, and I live that way.
I'm excited to see what you're going to get, mate. I genuinely hope you have a really nice lunch.
I'm going to show you a bowl of soup or something. That's all it's going to be.
That's fine, as long as it's a good soup. Like, a
be
good soup is tremendous.
A bowl of gruel, right? A porridge or something.
No, gruel's never good. They wrote a song about it.
So in the wintertime, at one point last month, I had a bowl of soup, and I'm doing this in this office, and it's dark and stuff, and I'm like, I'm Ebenezer Scrooge. Is this where I'm at? This is where I've come in my life as I'm sitting here, and Marley's getting ready to walk through the door. I swear to God. So,
never reads his gruel.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, Joe, since you did that, you get to go first. Tell everybody where they can find you on the internets.
You can find me at the moment on Dammit Vacant every week. Every Wednesday, we release an episode. Be Thursday for you American folks, though. Mm-hmm. It's like a brief recap of the week's wrestling things and that. And some Ian Skinner facts. We've got a small child giving us updates on what's happening in the world of children at the moment. I don't know how that started. And also, you can find me on Hallmark Greatness at the moment, where we're covering all of Castaway 2000, where the BBC put 36 people on a Scottish island that was used for anthrax testing in the war and left them on their own and see how they got on. It's mental.
What a great idea that is.
Yeah. But
Jay,
that's Hallmark of Greatness and Dammit Vacant.
There you go. Jay, what do you got?
I am first off, Two Nations under Ted coming back soon.
Oh, all right, you suck up.
I'm also part of the Untitled Wrestling podcast. We mainly do monthly stuff at the moment, trying to get more stuff out, but just life getting in the way of things. We'll have something out probably next week with covering Revolution and Mystery Wrestling.
Mystery, yeah. UWP is good for indie stuff. I will say,
yeah,
it's my go-to for things I haven't seen.
I'm trying to figure out when we're going to record. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll be having something coming out soon. We're doing a few retro reviews as well. But
awesome,
as always, it's organized chaos, so nothing is set in stone with us.
I totally understand. Well, kids, there you have it. Guys, thanks much for joining. I appreciate it.
Thanks
as always. Awesome. So there was Jay and Joe. You know them from the Untitled Wrestling Podcast, as well as their other shows, which they just told you about. So big thanks to them for coming on today. And look, I when I tell you I have an ASINS this morning, I'm not lying. I'm going to go find some food. It's the struggle's real. I'm not lying. So I'm going to go do that. But look, everybody have a great weekend. If you will, follow the show, boinkstudios.com, bookmark, if you will. And check us out on the YouTube at Boink Studios. That'd be awesome. Leave a show review on Tom Clark's Main Event, if you would. That'd be great as well. Everyone who has received a cookie. If they told you they didn't, they're lying. Don't believe people that lie to you. That's all I got, kids. Thanks, as always, for joining us. I'm going to eat and take a nap. That's the extent of my evening. So I'm looking forward to that. We will see you next time. We'll be back a week from today, barring any unforeseen circumstances. So stay tuned for that. Have a great weekend, kids. We'll see you later.